I'm working on a major marketing report for a client. We're analyzing the impact of marketing initiatives rolled out over the last several months. While the marketing automation platform and other analytics tools we've put in place make this process easier, we still have to perform some manual research for certain areas. Like most professional service firms, this client has a Contact Us form on their website. Visitors to the site make all sorts of inquiries, including requests to explore working with my client. It's usually while investigating these types of inquiries that I encounter one of the most significant consequences of misalignment between the sales and marketing functions: lead leak. Lead leak occurs when someone opts out of sales dialogue before having a conversation with a consultant. Lead leak equates to lost deals, clients, revenue, and profits. Is your organization struggling with lead leak? I'd like to show you how to fix that. When leads are passed from sales to marketing, one gets to see how the two functions are aligned. Here are telltale signs that I've noted of misalignment. Marketing people pass a Contact Us request to a consultant or business development person and never follow up on what happened with the lead. Business development consultants ignore the Contact Us request or promise themselves that they'll get back to it shortly, which rarely happens. Days pass before the lead is contacted. No one has responsibility to track the progress on a week-by-week basis for new leads coming into the company and what's happened with them. Prospects who sincerely want help and have budget to work with the company lose hope and go elsewhere because it appears that the company is not interested. These four scenarios play out every day in thousands of professional service companies, particularly small to medium-sized companies that haven't formalized processes for lead handling. The tragic part about all of this is that the marketing function works hard to build content to attract those prospects. The sales function needs the leads, but when these two functions intersect at the point of lead exchange, things go terribly awry. Here are the steps you can take to fix lead leak at your organization. Map your sales funnel. Define which stage of the sales funnel is owned by sales and which is owned by marketing. Define your interest owner. Define when a lead becomes sales ready and who will qualify them. Define how leads will pass from marketing to sales. Define the covenants you'll make between sales and marketing teams, and build a reporting process and monitor it incessantly. Let's look briefly at each of these. First, map your sales funnel. In my experience, most professional service firms have roughly a 5-stage sales funnel. 1, awareness. Prospects become aware of your brand, services, and content. 2, consideration. Prospects sample your content to see how you can help them. 3, interest. Prospects engage in serious dialogue requesting a proposal. And then 4th, evaluation. Prospects evaluate your proposal against their needs and competitive offerings. And then finally, selection. Prospects accept your proposal and move to next steps. While this may vary somewhat for your company, the important thing is that you have mapped your sales funnel and know exactly how it works. I recommend that you retrace the path of at least the last 5 to 10 new clients and create a flow chart of the stages that they've passed through. When you look at your sales funnel, the first question to ask yourself is this: who owns these stages? If your firm is like most, it becomes fairly obvious that marketing owns the top of the sales funnel, awareness and consideration, and sales owns the bottom of the stages, right? Evaluation and selection. But who owns that middle tier, the interest phase? This is the point of exchange I referred to earlier. This is where things can go very wrong and lead leak can occur. Smart professional service organizations are paying ever closer attention to the interest phase of the sales funnel. The moment when a prospect goes from being passive to being active. This is the moment when they begin to lean in toward your organization. Depending on how many leads you have flowing into your funnel and how many sales staff you have available to follow up, you may discover a mismatch. In other words, if 100 prospects want to talk to only 3 salespeople within the next 24 hours, this probably cannot be done. This would be a nice problem to have, don't you agree? But that's usually not the case. More often than not, lead leak occurs because no one owns the interest phase. It is no one's job to ensure that a prospect goes from, hey, I have a few questions for you, to, wow, you can do that for me? How do I get started? In a previous article, I pointed out the criteria that prospects must exhibit to be sales ready. They need the services you offer. They have an appropriate budget. They have a timeline in which they must act or there will be consequences. They're willing to engage in serious good faith dialogue. And if they're not the final decision makers, they're prepared to marshal a team or committee to get a decision made. For many professional service firms, the salespeople are also the people delivering services. So if they have to spend a lot of time qualifying leads, they lose the ability to generate revenue. That's bad news. This is yet another reason that I recommend that you define an interest owner. If the interest owner bears responsibility to qualify leads before they get to your most billable and valuable people, you protect the revenue of the firm and deliver a better experience to prospects. In my experience, an interest owner does a better job of helping a prospect connect with the right person inside the company to help them achieve their goals. The mechanics of lead handoff are also a source of lead leak. Even though many organizations use a CRM, the handoff process can still go awry. I believe you have to make it stupid simple for sales consultants to know when to take or make the call, who to call, and why the prospect requested the call. If you can get marketing to own awareness and consideration, a real person or small team to own the interest, and the sales team to own evaluation and selection, then you have made great progress. This will absolutely fix lead leak. I recommend that you document a set of covenants that might sound something like this. The marketing team promises not to push unqualified leads toward the sales team. The interest owner promises to qualify every lead and direct them toward the most appropriate consultant. The sales team promises to follow up with all leads within 24 hours. Covenants alone will not be enough. To fix lead leak, you need to systematize a reporting process and monitor it incessantly. Here's a resource to help you. If you'd like to learn more about how to build a lead leak system, such as the one I've described here, I have a resource for you. It's called 7 Strategies to Align Sales and Marketing Teams at Service Firms. This free resource contains 7 videos and downloadable tools, and you can access it on our website.